Fans of the Grief Police attack Meri. Provide assistance to Sister YV star Meri. Brown's conduct has been categorized as radar since Garrison's departure. The latter, Brown, committed suicide and left a hole in his family's hearts and admirers, hence the audience has shifted, becoming a grievance police to punish the family members for how they are mourning the loss. Kody Brown has maintained a quiet profile. As usual, even since his son's death, he hasn't made any posts or statements. Given that the family tragedy is still, the reactions have been harsh and accusatory. He didn't show his son enough love. Moreover, Meri Brown has disclosed her sorry to hear about the loss of a priceless kin, but the detractors have began berating her for carrying on with her Friday night Instagram hangout with friends. A sizable segment of the audience currently came in to console her and inquire as to whether she truly merited the hate. And here's why critics ought to let off detesting Meri for her actions following Garrison's passing. Meri Brown has been in Garrison's loss. Brown, like the rest of the family, the stars of Sister Wives, have been coping with the loss in a different way for some people. The participants have also resumed their social media to ease their brains and deal with. Meri Brown has been experiencing loss the same by carrying on with the weekly session on Instagram, but the detractors began criticizing the celebrity for joking around and laughing too quickly. Following the recent family tragedy, some TLC viewers made the decision to back the began as a Reddit user and reality TV personality. The article stated that Meri's most recent post doesn't merit the animosity it is receiving. The fan of Sister Wives proceeded to outline the awful remarks from. Furthermore, her most recent post became viral. The admirer emphasized how laughter is in the process of recovery for individuals who lost the ones they loved, increasing the op. Added Meri has experienced death several times. She has had losses in the past. Is not her entire biological offspring like? Nonetheless, Leon is sharing the video on. He made it apparent on her Instagram that Meri didn't stop missing Garrison. Furthermore, the admirer asked for the critics to give the family space to mourn. Tranquilly, several supporters showed up for. Meri concurred with what one fan commented on the op. God, I detest the sorrow police. Several others concurred that Meri didn't deserve the hatred at all. And how are the other members of the family handling it? Fans of Sister Wives have been mourning, observing the Brown family's sorrow over Garrison Brown's passing because he committed suicide. Janelle has been sharing multiple recollections of her son and providing updates on donations made for the animal. Hiding on social media in the interim, Logan and Kelty Madison have offered their tributes along as some encouraging remarks. Had additionally urged their supporters to discuss mental health more. Christine has indicated that she possessed back on social media to stay away from. Enduring a day of bed rest, the TLC stood her grounds for utilizing the platform due to she posts on her account as part of her job. Hence, each and every family member Meri's has been employing various strategies to advance in their lives, and they must be removed. Garrison Brown recalled alone as the coolest guy in the moving obituary. Tributes are still coming in for. You are probably aware of Garrison Brown at this time, Janelle and Kody's son. Brown, who made multiple appearances on episodes of Sister Wives, a TLC reality show. Tragic, died by suicide on March 4. Authorities and Flagstaff claim. On that day, Arizona Garrison passed away from a self-centered person shot themselves in the 3 weeks and more since this incident occurred, where Garrison's family has released words of astonishment and grief that we will never forget and never forget. Garrison, no matter what obstacles life presents us every day on St. Patrick's Day, Christine Brown posted on Instagram for For instance, at times, striking a balance between accepting life and regular activities, such as commemorating holidays, and continuing to work while grieving Christine is particularly close to Janelle and was instrumental in raising Garrison. Now, in the interim, fans of Sister Wives are disseminating an obituary that was appeared on Meh in the Arizona Sun. However, it was only on March 4th the cherished son, brother, uncle, and Robert Garrison Brown, a friend, joined his forebears in the corridors of Valhalla. The obituary goes on to mention that the deceased was the sixth child of a large, unusual family, born to Janelle and Kody Brown. Garrison had a deep affection for his animals. General, he is left behind by his sizable, his 3 kitties and his loving family. Garrison's patches and misbuttons. Last Instagram picture shared 5 days ago, before his passing, showed him embracing a gray cat with the most recent caption, "In addition to my 9-year-old M-buttons, aged and was waiting in queue for euthanasia, but my need for salvation. Not enough to match the obituary mentioned in lieu of flowers, kindly contribute to the AR or Coconino Humane Society Cat Sanctuary located in Flagstaff, AZ. Robert Garrison's honor just this past week at the High Country Humane Society, a small shelter in the Additionally, Flagstaff honored the late TLC Charisma. We pay tribute to Robert Garrison Brown today for his affection and kindness for all animals, including cats, by reopening our adoption section for cats after both him and the cherished and adopted kitties. On March 23, the organization sent you an Instagram message, Garrison, you're here at High. Meri has already had a profound impact on countless lives and will continue to do so for years to come. Thank you, country human. We appreciate you sharing your love of animals with us, and we will always remember you. Close this routine. In the meantime, the aforementioned newspaper reported that we recall him as the hippest guy who lived with a zeal for life and traveled the world due to his interest. Visiting several continents and nations, Garrison possessed a mastery of all crafts and an expert in humor. He cherished being a hobbyist craftsman and daring night sky photographer. Photography arouses strong feelings everywhere he went. He made friends, and after his death, left everyone he knew in excruciating misery. Because of Robert Garrison's passing, we should express your feelings to those you love and tend to one another in a shattered manner. Gabriel Brown shows up for Garrison's funeral. Gabriel Brown went to his siblings. This week's National Guard service is sitting behind Gabriel's grieving mother, battled to maintain it as the celebration paid tribute to Garrison Brown's retention. Perusing through Gabriel's photos at the service of his younger brother Gabriel, Brown reports to National Guard duty in order to the Sister Wiv star. Garrison wore a khaki. His brother's white shirt and trousers wore ties with Hawaiian prints on them. Attire. A number of the family members wore clothing with a Hawaiian flair, something Garrison was well known for liking. In actuality, he briefly owned his own Hawaiian shirt company. Prior to beginning his career as a hunter, the nurse sat next to his mother, Janelle Brown, during the event, wearing all black and clearly distraught, as she was during the entire service. Given the folded flag of her son, the Sister Wiv star put her lips together. They made an effort to contain their tears, which eventually came. Gabriel Brown sat behind her, sorrowful and red-faced for his the Nevada National Guard. The late brother shared pictures from the event using a poignant post on the deceased TV personality. A picture from the occasion featured the family, several people with their heads bowed in prayer. They're clinging to one another in honor of Garrison Brown's memory and focusing on mental health. Nevada officials from the National Guard posted on Facebook will honor Garrison Brown, recalling every detail of the individuals he had an impact on in his brief life. Brown, a cherished son, brother on earth, Janelle and her buddy and uncle were born. Kody Brown, who was a 6-year-old. Big family. The Post stated that his family and 3 cats survived. Before him were M. Buttons and Kath the patches worn by Cheryl Lee Brown, with Curtis Taylor and William Wynn Brown. Members of the National Guard included. Details for therapy and counseling. Services in their capacity as the Garrisons. The whole Nevada National Guard community shares in the anguish of losing employees. We acknowledge the Robert Garrison ground as the substantial effects of his absence on our members who perished and the 221st Cavalry. Relatives who are severely impacted by the loss of their dependable friend. The Post concluded with a phone number for programs for mental health at Garrisons. Garrison Brown, a fellow military member, on March 4th, passed away from a self-inflicted. His younger sibling was shot. When Gabriel Brown arrived at his house the whole family in Flagstaff, Arizona, has been finding it difficult to accept the death of how 25-year-old Kody Brown's latest. A life of monogamy might crush his ego. The star of Sister Wiv is renowned for his. In other respects, though, he's more be. In terms of being a spouse. Kody Brown thought that he was a gift from God. The years of a good existence without him, Fan observed him coming up with bold concepts, making drastic choices and selections. Someone to exclude from Kody's life was almost like a being from heaven. It is worthy of worship. It wasn't difficult to see that the Holmes man liked making his 3 wives feel. It seemed to make him feel less than, more masculine. Kody frequently displayed strength over his household, either by hosting a throw a fit or place his foot down and not giving in to logic. Now that he is dependent on just one spouse, his dynamic. The family will need to relocate if he wishes to hold onto what's left of him. Union Robyn ought to inquire with Kody about nearly her whole married life. Robyn Brown had been envisioning the moment when, despite the fact that she frequently declared her desire to fulfill her, living in multiple families, swaying back and moving forward on a porch chair encircled by fans of grandkids, saw through her. But this proclamation of love for Kody, probably his favorite existence, his fourth, fed his pride. Who wouldn't desire after all? Rather than declare his love in public, he chose to have a huge man baby and a receding hairline. For Kody went on, just one of his spouses, to act as though you're in love with Meri Brown Pristine and Janelle Brown. Kody's timid exchanges ought to have been a serious detriment to Robyn. The 18-year-old father was consumed by his ego. In an attempt to maintain his composure, regarding the query, did Kody ever desire self-monogamy? Kody isn't even loyal. Despite Kody's frequent demands for unconditional fidelity, he never permitted himself to exhibit the identical figure to his family across the. Do you want to tell the host everything? He said. Obtain favor by remaining devoted to me and never letting someone disparage me in public. Or would you prefer to sit with the one here who's disparaging me on the internet? Kody was unable to sabotage the impression that his wives spoke ill behind his back regarding him, but honestly, he earned it. His inflated ego made him have a dubious definition of what constitutes loyalty, as though he thought too highly of his self-importance. As stated by Kody, it's not only about my persona, but also about their personality and those seeking a thorough dive here. He never gave himself permission to accept trust, and this quality ultimately crushed his soul as he managed his life on his own with. Some would claim that humans are just aren't intended to be a monogamous relationship. The desire for many partners is biological. Then there was a moment when I really thought Kody accepted the theory he cherished, needing to look after 4 spouses and the children, but he could conceal by running to Robyn out when times were tough. but now that he and his fourth wife are alone, has nowhere to flee in case his ego bruised, Kody feels enraged, and that is risky because it could cause his final marriage in a sphere of. The 18-year-old father once told Scorching Flames, "Going ahead remains one of those. Anything related to divorce, lose. With whom does Meri Brown align herself?" Leon, her sister Wiv, was born in 2010 and served as TLC's take on a family program featuring a polygamous. Viewers were exposed to the family's lives. Meri Brown, the fourth of Kody Brown's marriages, Janelle Brown Robyn and Christine Brown. Brown-Kody's first and only love was Meri. Leon was the sole kid, a legal wife. Brown's relationship ended because Kody was domineering and lost interest in. Kody will never be the father of Meri, but Meri has been making every effort this year to maintain a tight bond with her child. In 2017, Leon emerged to their family in an unexpected Wives of Sisters incident. Meri and Leon had a difficult few years before the news that was made. Meri's engagement in a fraudulent scheme. Meri and Scandal Leon weren't on the best of terms following their loss of faith in. Meri made a brave move by telling the truth. Leon informed their parents, "I'm a homosexual." However, Meri reacted very slowly at the moment. Among the first to leap up was Robyn. Except Leon's coming out, Meri and the remaining Browns took a seat back in uneasy quiet. Kody responded to the racking as he informed the cameras that a note expressing our displeasure with Leon's gay. "We're glad Leon is aware of himself." Meri shared a visceral response. "This caught me off guard. I didn't. Seeing this coming kind of shocked me. She's known me for such a long time and hasn't responded to us and discovered it difficult to accept the notion that Leon was not planning to wed a man, but since the first, everything has changed." Declaration that Meri is Leon's phone number, Audrey their companion and one cheerleader. Chris. At the beginning of 2023, Leon revealed himself to be transsexual, and even though Meri declined to the remarks, we've observed a wide enhancement in terms of being a pillar of support for Leon, their child, and Audrey have made Denver their home since 2022, and even though they have ceased to, Meri makes an effort to enjoy and remark on the majority of their posts. Leon and in August, Audrey tied the knot in secret. 2023, albeit it's not apparent who from the family was present, but neither Meri nor Kody was present. It seemed that at the marriage ceremony, Meri toured Disneyland during one of her several. Where do Meri and Leon stand on road trips? It's unknown how Meri and Leon are feeling. But in their relationship, Meri has not liked one of Leon's posts on social media. Every moment they declared they were 52 weeks ago, the transgender Leon in exchange disliked every one of their mother's Instagram pictures, but Audrey has been quite proactive in offering assistance. Love Meri and is evidently fond of several posts recently. I assume Leon is rather hesitant to commit to their, since Meri is, let's be honest, a mother. A little bit of each other's attention. Every day, a fresh post featuring the TLC. Her face filtered with stars as she rambles on regarding being deserving. It is most likely Leon has made since leaving Sister Wives. Their goal is to lead a solitary existence. Many of them away from the cameras. Siblings have reached the same decision as well. They observed that it wasn't a secure surroundings following Meri's divorce from Kody, who disapproved of Leon. I bet that Meri is making every effort to get along better with Leon, although I believe that the battle will be difficult for the single mother since she most likely has let Leon down, and that will require. Now is the moment for Meri to heal, focusing on recovering her heart from Leon, and she recently broke up, and she is living a free, happy, and optimal existence. from the strain of a family with multiple wives. Robyn Brown and Kody meet up with relatives again. Robyn Brown and Kody are Garrison's choices, have rejoined the remaining members of the sister wives family folding a flag. Celebration in Garrison's honor. Terrain that the National Guard of Nevada shared. Images from the event that displayed the sorrow-stricken location family gathering.